Do you struggle to say no? Do you have a hard time trusting your gut or even hearing your gut? Are you feeling drained or depleted, even though you consider yourself somebody who has a lot of passion and energy? These are really common struggles that I see with the generator type in human design. Your type in human design speaks to how to use your energy, and 70% of the population are generators, and they're really here to have a lot of energy to burn every day. But sometimes generators, and this includes manifesting generators, can really burn themselves out because they're doing things that they don't want to be doing. They're in the wrong relationships or commitments because they did not listen to their initial gut feeling about something or someone. In today's introductory video on the generator type, I am going to tell you how to have more energy and more satisfying relationships by having better boundaries. Now, I know boundaries are maybe over talked about at this point, but I just want to give you a really simple hack as a generator to having better boundaries, and that is by listening to your gut. Your gut is always going to tell you who and what's correct for you, and it's also a really accurate barometer of what you actually have the energy for. But again, a lot of generators have a hard time even hearing their gut. So I'm going to get really specific in this video on how you can do that. And lastly, I am going to give you your strategy in human design, because every type has a specific strategy. And when you follow it, you'll have more success and less resistance. Okay, so before I get into what it means to be a generator, let me introduce myself. My name is Anna, and I'm an experienced human design reader. I am not a generator, I am a projector. And it's been really helpful for me to understand the generator type as a projector, because projectors are really here to guide generators, to help them have more success at work and just to use their energy more efficiently. So even if you're not a generator type in human design, we are surrounded by generators. Again, 70% of the population are generators, and that includes manifesting generators. So this video can be helpful for you. I know personally, I grew up in a family of all generators. I was the lone projector, and I really wish I had known more about how the generator energy impacted me for better or worse. See, the thing is about generators is that they have this really lit up, infectious energy when they're doing what they love, and it can really positively impact those around them. But if you're a generator and you're not doing what you love, your energy can really be felt by others, and it can be felt negatively. This is why it's important for generators to do what excites them instead of doing things out of obligation, even though I know you have the capacity to do a lot. At the core, generators are doers. They are master builders. In traditional human design, their role is to be the builders of society. Generators are really good at bringing things to life, whether it's their own dreams or somebody else's dreams. They're really good at creating a body of work, building a family. Now, this video is going to be focused on pure generators, and if you're a manifesting generator, which is a variation of the generator type, I have a separate video for you. So how do you know if you're a pure generator? I'm going to drop a link below where you can look up your human design for free. Just put in your birth information, and next to type, if it says generator, that means you're a pure generator, which is the focus of this video. If it says manifesting generator, that means you're a manifesting generator, and you will still get a lot of value from this video. And while you're down there, please do subscribe to my channel so I can continue to give you free, high quality human design information. Pure generators are here to master something. They are really gifted with this steadfast, reliable energy that once they commit to something, they can see it through. Just know that once you commit to something, it might be hard for you to pull out of it. So you really want to make sure you are committing to the right things. And I'll get into later in this video how to do so. So generators really have a lot of capacity to bring dreams to life, whether it's theirs or somebody else's. They have this very dedicated energy that works best in a step-by-step fashion to make something happen. So here are some words that I associate with generators: builders, creators, creatives, doers, powerhouses, helpers, and uplifters. And here are some adjectives that I associate with generators: reliable, consistent, joyful, masterful, dedicated, passionate, and of course, energetic. Generators have a lot of life force energy. You can really go, 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 work, work, work. You can be quite the workhorse if you are a generator. You are really meant to use up your energy every day in satisfying ways so you can just fall asleep at night and wake up regenerated, so to speak, the next day ready to go again. But this doesn't mean if you're a generator that you're meant to slave away at a job that you hate or help everybody who asks you for help throughout the day. This can actually be really draining and depleting for you. Generators are really meant to dedicate their life to what they're passionate about. And I know that we all have obligations that we have to do throughout the day that we're not excited about, but as much as possible as a generator, try to delegate those tasks and things that you really don't want to do. Saying no is a really big lesson for generators, and I want to make the case for why you should say no more often. And what I mean by saying no is by saying no to things that actually don't excite you, that you actually don't want to do. So when you say no, this actually creates space for you to do more of the things that do excite you. Now, when a generator is doing what excites them, their energy spills over and it positively impacts those around them. Again, remember, the generator energy can really be felt. This in turn makes you more magnetic to opportunities and to people, so you really don't have to chase after things. The generator aura is magnetic. So aura in human design, it's not a color, it's not something you can see, it's just an energy from you that can be felt. And in traditional human design language, the generator aura, and this includes the manifesting generators as well, is called open and enveloping. So you can think of your energy as feeling like a big hug or a warm embrace to others. It draws people and opportunities to you. Life is really meant to flow to you as a generator. You're not meant to chase after things. Now, we're really conditioned in our society that if you want something, you need to make it happen. But human design tells us a different story. Only 8 to 9% of the population, a type called the manifestor type, is really here to initiate action and make things happen. Generators are really here to see what shows up in their world, what shows up in their environment, and this includes the digital world as well, and then respond to it. So this could look like somebody asking you for help. This could look like a dating profile showing up on your app. This could look like a dog on the street wagging its tail wanting a pet from you. Now, your correct response to these things that are showing up in your world, a yes, no, or a not yet, is not going to come from your thinking mind. It's going to come from your gut. Now, for those of you who do not feel connected to your gut, I'm going to give you the human design explanation for what's called your gut response. Your gut response is going to be a physical, visceral sensation in your body in the moment to what's in front of you. So it's going to be a feeling in your body reacting to what's in front of you. And by feeling, I do not mean emotion, and I definitely don't mean a thought. Your gut response is going to subtly pull you towards something that is a yes for you or that is correct for you, or it's going to be a subtle contraction away from something or pull away from something that's a no for you, that's not correct for you. So you can think of it as a feeling in your body, in your physical body, of expansion for something that's a yes for you, or a feeling of contraction for something that's a no for you. It could also feel like a feeling of excitement in your belly, like butterflies, or a lift in your belly for something that's a yes for you. It could feel like a drop in your belly, a feeling of dread, or a pit in your stomach for something that's a no for you. Your gut is also might signal to you not yet. So your gut's always responding in the moment. So in the moment, it could be a not yet or not for now. And that might feel like a physical feeling of hesitancy or even the sound of coming out of your mouth. The gut response can also be in the form of noises that we're often really conditioned to shut down those kind of excited noises, like when we're children. But if you watch children, you ask them a question, they're like, like they just get lit up right away, or they're like, It's that initial reaction, that initial instinctive reaction to something that's in front of you or a question. That is your gut response. And that is, as a generator, how you want to start steering and navigating your life by. One important thing to note as you're starting to tune into your gut is that it's never going to come with an explanation. If it comes with an explanation or a justification or a rationalization, that means your response is probably coming from your thinking mind. So it can be really helpful for you to tell people in your life not to ask you why, when you have a gut feeling about something, because your gut is a really simple mechanism. It's very primal. It's going to tell you one of three things: yes, no, or not yet. Okay, as promised, I'm going to give you your strategy in human design. So each specific type has a strategy, and it's really here to help you use your energy in correct ways throughout the day so you experience less resistance and more success. The generator and manifesting generator strategy is called to respond, and this refers to the gut response I was trying to hammer into you before. So you can think of the strategy to respond as waiting for your gut to give you a signal before you go and take action. So as a generator, it's not about taking action from your mind or from an idea in your mind. It's really about opening up your awareness to what's around you. And again, this can include the digital world as well, and seeing what shows up for you and then responding from there. So this isn't as passive as it sounds. So let's say that you want a new job or you need a new job. So how would we incorporate this strategy to respond into a job search? Well, one thing you could do is to go on a job listing site and scan through the options presented to you. Now you want to tune into your gut now that you've taken that action, and to see what your gut, that is, what your body is responding to. If you feel a subtle pull towards something, a listing, or a feeling of excitement, then you can absolutely go for it and apply it for that job. But it's not about I'm applying for this job for XYZ reasons. You are really tuning into seeing what your gut is pulling you towards. Okay, so let's say, for another example, you are wanting a new relationship, you're wanting to find love. What you could do is go to a party or a gathering and then kind of scan the options in the room. Your body is going to know before you do who is right for you. And often for generators, who's right for you is not your type, because your type comes from your conditioning. So you really just want to pay attention to, like, who do you feel this slight pull towards? Once you feel that response, then you can absolutely cross the room and pursue that person. It's just about waiting for your gut to signal the go-ahead before you take action. If you are feeling challenged to hear your gut, probably the main reason is that you're not in touch with your body or not in your body. So what you can do is to try maybe an embodied movement practice, or try a practice like belly dancing or deadlifting that gets you down into your lower body, because that's where the gut response traditionally is located. You could try somatic experiencing, anything that's getting you in touch with the sensations in your body, because again, your gut response is a felt reaction to your body. So you need to be able to pay attention to your body's subtle cues. A second way to help you get in touch with your gut is to have the people in your life ask you yes or no questions or give you options, not open-ended questions. Yes or no questions or options can really help trigger that gut response, which is really going to lead you to your inner truth. So let's say you're struggling in your mind whether or not you should continue dating somebody. Have your friend ask you directly, yes or no, do you want to continue dating this person? What is your immediate response before your mind overrides it with explanations or justifications or pros and cons? Remember, if your response comes with an explanation, it's probably coming from your mind and not coming from your gut. Your gut is simply going to tell you yes, no, or not yet. Often generators are so unhappy because they're stuck in their heads and in planning mode, whether this is planning out your 5-year plan or writing a list of attributes that your next partner requires. Following the strategy to respond really entails generators to get out of their heads, out of planning mode, and into the present moment. Get out into the world, seek stimulation online, and just really see where your gut is pulling you. This is a very moment-by-moment process, and it does take a lot of trust. Trust that the next step will take you in the right direction, even if you don't see where it's going. Frustration is something that all humans feel, but when a generator or manifesting generator experiences frustration, especially consistently in an arena of life, that's a signal that you've gone off track. It's what's called your not self theme. Frustration can also look like feeling stuck, feeling resentful about what you have to do, finding yourself in the wrong jobs or relationships, even though they were supposed to be the right ones. It can feel also like being depleted or drained. This can happen for you as a generator when you're saying yes when you really mean no, which is again about having not great boundaries. It can also be the result of doing what you think you should do instead of listening to your body's subtle knowing. It can also result from chasing after things and trying to initiate a lot of action to make things happen. All of these things can take you off track and result in frustration. Now, the way to get back on track, and again, frustration is your signal that you've gone off track, is just to get back in touch with your gut. Your gut is very decisive and is always responding in the moment, meaning that it's your initial instinct or feeling about someone or something. You can also reverse engineer this and think about a time in your life where you had a very strong gut feeling, and did you listen to it or did you not? And how did that work out for you? Satisfaction is generators and manifesting generators' signature. So this means that this is the signal, if you're feeling satisfaction, that you're on the right track and keep doing what you're doing. Satisfaction can feel like contentment in the present moment. It could also feel like joy and bliss. It could feel like waking up energized each day, even if you have a lot of challenges to tackle. And it can just be the result of doing what you actually love to do. Satisfaction is a telltale sign that you are only saying yes when you're experiencing that sensation of a full-bodied yes, and saying no to what drains you, even if you can do it. Satisfaction is also a really good sign that you are waiting to listen to your gut or to hear your gut before you go after something. When I was a baby human design reader, I used to tell my clients, my generator clients, to follow your bliss. But I realized it's a really stressful thing to tell somebody, especially if they're really challenged or feeling or experiencing challenging life circumstances. A lot of my clients have chronic illness. So a better slogan for generators is to follow your satisfaction. Satisfaction can look like organizing a cluttered drawer in your apartment, because that's really satisfying. Satisfaction could look like doing a workout you really love after work. Satisfaction could look like engaging in a hobby or activity or being around uplifting people, even if it has nothing to do with your purpose or even if it's not something that you do with your partner. Prioritizing your satisfaction throughout the day is the fastest way for a generator to get in alignment with the joyful, vibrant life that is their birthright. Work is so central to what it means to be a generator in human design. Generators are really here to do work that they love, and this includes the manifesting generators as well. Finding the right work can really transform your life, and it's also really important for your health and well-being as a generator. So being a generator really doesn't limit what kind of job or vocation you can have, and being a full-time parent is also an excellent career choice for generators. Pure generators, as opposed to manifesting generators, are really here to master one thing. They have a really masterful energy that works best in a step-by-step fashion, which can sometimes appear plodding on the outside to others. And just know that whatever vocation you choose, your lit up energy alone can really positively impact those around you. I'm going to put up a few examples of generators that I feel really exude that warm, embracing and generator energy, and you can see that they're also really masters at the one thing that they do. And I'm also going to put up Warren Buffett as an example of a generator, because he's somebody who really mastered his craft. He's a master investor. He's known as one of the best investors in America. And to me, his energy also feels really like that steadfast, reliable energy that generators have. If you're watching this and you're feeling a lot of stuckness or frustration around your career, this is not about quitting immediately your job. You can do a few things first. And these are some things that I learned from my human design mentor. So the first thing you can do is take an inventory at your current job and see what tasks you can delegate or pass off to others or have a conversation with your boss about, so you can really focus on what you're passionate about. You might actually really love your job but are being bogged down by doing these little things that you don't want to be doing. Number two, you can also experimenting with creating space in your life outside of work for doing things that you love. And this can start small. Start prioritizing your satisfaction first thing in the morning. Maybe you're forcing yourself to drink a green juice when what you really want is a latte. Drink the latte. Another thing you could do outside of work is focus on what brings you satisfaction, whether it's hobbies or being around uplifting people. You never know as a generator what opportunities are going to come your way, what hobbies could turn into your profession, or maybe your friend could suggest something that ends up being a career that you wouldn't have never dreamed of. Basically, as a generator, the more you prioritize inside and outside of work what actually brings you satisfaction and excitement, the more magnetic you will become to better opportunities. In closing it up here, generators, your life works best when you surrender how you think it should go and instead follow where your gut is leading you moment by moment. That is how a fulfilling life will unfold. What's amazing about generators is that you have this built-in compass that will lead you to your inner truth, to what you love and to what you value. You can start today by asking yourself, what would be the most satisfying thing for me to do in this moment? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful for you as a generator, or if you're watching this because you have a generator loved one, so that we can all experience more personal fulfillment, joy, and satisfaction in our lives. Until next time, take good care of yourself and of each other. Bye.